Hello, friends, and welcome to another video lesson from DBOS Talks. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe and click the bell so that you can be notified of new uploads. This video is in the playlist called Serious Fun in with SQL, and here we'll be learning how to know table's name if you know a column name. So you have a column name or part of it, and then you wanted to know the table name to which that column name belongs to. Okay, so that's the video. First is to check if, first thing you need to do is to check and to ensure that you have select privileges at least on this data dictionary view of Oracle, which is called DBA tab calls, which is short form for table columns. Okay, so DBA tab calls. In any case, if you don't have select privileges to that view, then you can use this one, all tab calls. Okay, just remember those things right off the bat. Okay, now let's have a look at DBA tab calls. Select asterisk from DBA tab calls just to have a look what's in there. Okay, so it gives you such a big number of columns in it. So like owner, which is the schema or the object owner, table name, obviously. Column name, which is the one you have in this video, the information you have, data type of that column, data type, etc., etc. Okay, so let's just for illustration purposes, let's just try to see what we can get. Let's just say we know the column name. Okay, you know the column name, but you don't know the table to under which this column belongs. Okay, so it will say select asterisk on DBA tab calls where column name equals the specific column name, which is ideally uppercase. Okay, analyze time in this case. Okay, so when I execute it one, gives me a lot of records. In fact, if I do a row count now, it's a lot. It is 57. It may not seem like a big number, but if you're looking for a table, a specific table, which is the only one you have in mind, then getting 57 is too much, isn't it? So this is just the beginning. So I will show you the ropes of getting around this thing. Okay, you have the column name or part of it, and you wanted to know the table name. Okay, so now we are at 57 hits or records found or tables found having this kind of column name. So there are a couple of ways to uh, get around this, and one is to know the unique schemas that have this column in its table. In my um, in my environment, which is just something local to my it's just a very local environment, then there's not much variety in here. But in reality, in a real production environment, the reality is that there could be potentially multiple owners or schemas having this column name, meaning multiple schemas of tables that bear this column name. So in my case, let's just say I'm trying to find out, trying to narrow down my search and to see what schemas are in there. Okay, so select distinct owner. Owner is the schema name or object owner from DBA tab calls still, where column name is the same one we're referring to in the previous example, analyze time. So although there were 57 hits in my previous query, this query I am running now tells me that there is only one distinct, only one unique schema or owner of all those 57 tables or objects. They are all under or owned by this schema, under this schema, sys. Okay, so at least we'll try that, but it's good to know that you have this option to narrow down in this manner. So you need another piece of information to narrow down your search. Otherwise, you'll be beating around the bush and getting nowhere with this one because you really do not know the table name. Okay, so one other thing you can do is this. So selecting from DBA tab calls still and still using the where column, the column name, which is you're pretty sure about the name. It's analyze time in this case. And adding to that, I could specify data type just in case you actually are very confident or have a good hunch on the data type of that column, that you know it's really a date or somehow you quite think it's a date. So you can go with that feel and then execute this. So now from 57, you can see it's down to 19. It shows here, all rows fetch 19. So if I do a count, it's also 19. So from 57, it's been reduced to 1/3 of that, to 19. So not bad, right? So just by introducing a couple of where conditions, using it wisely, then you're able to narrow down your search, even though you don't know the table name actually. You started off with just knowing the column name or maybe just a part of the column name. Okay, so now we're down to 19. Let's just pretend that you actually know that the table name bears the string TAB. I'll not call it a word because it's not a word. This. You roughly know that the table name has these letters, TAB, tab. Okay, so you can add that to this select statement. Okay, you remove the semicolon here, and then you add that condition down there, and table name like tab. Now here is the thing that if you have seen some of my other videos, maybe this is something you're familiar with. Okay, when you have a work condition which is not an exact value, in this case, you roughly know that the table name contains these letters in that sequence, TAB, then you will need to use the like operator over here and column name like. Okay, and then together with that, you will put in there the string, which is the one you know, and then having the knowledge of using wildcard characters in DOS, in Unix, Linux, then you will apply that knowledge here. Okay, the placement of the wildcard character. Just bear in mind that in SQL, the wildcard character is the percentage sign, okay? Because the asterisk is already being used for some other purpose. You can see, select asterisk. It's another purpose. It's not for wildcard. Okay, so the wildcard character in SQL is the percentage sign or percent sign. So I would say, and table name like, and column name like operator, and then your string here working together with wildcard characters placed properly where it should be placed, depending on how you imagine. If you want to be safe, then you can do this. The percent sign at the beginning and at the end of the known string, the string that you know. Okay, so if I'll execute this now, remember we started with 57 rows or hits down to 19, and then when I execute this now, it's down to 9. All rows fetch 9. Okay, I count this now, it's also 9. So you can see that with the use of these work conditions, it could help to reduce the result set and get you zoom in on the table you're looking for, even though you already know that you don't really know the table name or part of it. Okay. In this case, you roughly know that it contains this string TAB. Okay, so these are just some of the ways to get to your table name. Of course, it would help if you really know the exact table name, but otherwise, in this illustration, in this series of examples, I hope it helped you to find an approach on how to determine a table name, beginning with having the knowledge of knowing the column name, okay? So you'll be using the data dictionary view called DBA tab calls, assuming you have select permission to it. And if you don't, you go to the all tab calls, okay? That's simple, okay? And then you mention the column name. And in fact, if you don't even know the exact column name, only know part of it, then you will again be able to, you should use the like operator with that. So column name like instead of the equality operator, you will say like and then your string together with wildcard characters. Okay. So that's it for now. I hope you have some takeaways from this video. And this is about knowing a table name while what you have is the column name of that table. Okay, thank you for watching and listening. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe and click the bell. And I will be seeing you in the next.